If you've been on my channel before, you probably know that I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to Godzilla games. Those are some of my favorite videos to make. I love to speculate on what we might get, and they're very exciting. But nothing's more exciting than actually making a video on a real official announcement, which was what we have today. Earlier today, we got an announcement saying that Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, which was originally released for the GameCube, one of my all-time favorite games of all time, that game made up my entire childhood. That game is getting a remaster slated to release later this year on Godzilla Day 2026, which is November 3rd, for those who don't know. This news completely shocked me. I think it may have leaked before, but I don't really participate in leaks and rumors that much. I like to be surprised for these kinds of things, for the most part. But I wasn't home when this was first announced. I was out with my friends, and in the car ride home, I opened up my YouTube feed out of habit, and this was the first thing that I saw, and I had to do a double take. I felt like I got freaking flashbangs because, you know, the Summer Games Fest was yesterday. I always hopelessly look for a Godzilla game announcement in these big gaming conferences, and when we didn't get something like that in the Summer Games Fest, you know, I was like, well, we have to wait till the Game Awards, you know, that's it. We did get a Godzilla collab in the Sonic Crossworlds racing game, which was cool, but, you know, that wasn't entirely what I wanted. I wanted something like this, which was revealed a day after the Summer Games Fest, which is the remaster for Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. And I just want to share this news and excitement with you guys. I'm sure a lot of you are really hyped for this as well, because I'm assuming a lot of my audience is from my Godzilla videos. Those are some of my most popular, and they're some of my favorites to make. So I'm doing this. I want to walk through the trailer. I want to speculate on what we might see. I'm doing this completely unscripted, as you could probably tell by now. I'm just super excited for this, and I want to freestyle and go over this with you guys. So this is marketed and labeled as a remaster, but I mean, to me, it looks like it could be very well a remake, but you know, they obviously really updated the graphics and the character models, but the whole game looks pretty intact. The mechanics and the physics look near identical to the original game, but we do have some other improvements on top of the graphical updates. The most major one being the introduction of an online multiplayer mode, which is amazing. That would have been one of my most requested features for a game like this, and I'm super happy that they're implementing it. I hope the servers run well and the online connection is relatively stable. But also, we supposedly have new single-player campaigns for each kaiju. Now, I'm going to assume it's more of like an arcade thing where each kaiju has a more unique route and maybe some cutscenes here and there. I'm not too sure just yet, but I do love the sound of that. The original arcade mode in the first game was pretty identical no matter what monster you played as. You always ended up in the same destination, and the cutscenes played the same beat for beat. So I'm really curious to see how they would have updated that for this new game. And another thing to note is that the unlockable system, it has been updated as well. Now, it makes it seem like it might be something akin to how the unlockables were in Godzilla Save the Earth and Godzilla Unleashed, where you would accumulate points while playing through the game, and you use these points to spend in the shop on monsters, stages, gallery items, stuff like that. I imagine this system is going to be similar to those, whereas in the original Destroy All Monsters, you had to play through the adventure mode with a specific monster to unlock another specific monster. Now, another really exciting thing that is quite in your face in this trailer is that Showa Mechagodzilla will be a playable character in this game. Now, we do know that this game will feature 12 playable monsters, just as it was in the Xbox version of Destroy All Monsters Melee, where it featured 12 playable monsters. So that has me thinking of maybe they just reskinned Heisei Mechagodzilla from the first game as Showa Mechagodzilla in this game. That's a possibility. Or maybe there's just a different roster of 12, a slightly different roster, who knows. But either way, I'm really excited that they implemented Showa Mechagodzilla. I'm excited to see if he plays identical to Heisei Mechagodzilla, if that's what they did, that they used the Heisei Mechagodzilla as the framework for this one. But you know, in the original roster of Destroy All Monsters Melee, there were some pretty noticeable omissions from that roster. I mean, Mothra wasn't playable. Other big ones like Biollante and Space Godzilla, they weren't playable. Hedorah, you know, monsters like that. So I'm really curious if those other monsters, if the roster has been reworked to feature those other monsters, and maybe they omitted some other ones, who knows? Or maybe they can further expand on this game later on in its release to have DLC characters, and they could add those other monsters. Or another option is that they remaster the other games in the trilogy, Save the Earth and Unleashed, but I think I'm getting a little too ahead of myself. I think this game can serve as a general expandable platform for Godzilla games if they want to go that route instead of remastering the whole trilogy, but who knows? We'll just have to see until more information comes out. We don't have a lot to work with at the moment, but we do have pricing details, and it is confirmed that this game will be priced at $30. Now, that is at least for the PlayStation version. The Switch 2 version is actually $40, and if we don't know about the other platforms like Xbox and Steam, but I'm going to assume it'll be more within that $30 range, which is, that's great. I think that's a very fair price for the game that we're getting here, and I think you're going to get a real good bang for your buck on this one, which is very exciting. But yeah, I just wanted to go over this shocking new reveal for this remaster of Destroy All Monsters Melee. This is just so insane to me. I don't think I've really processed this this reveal yet. It's just my brain has been mushed today ever since I've seen this, and I'm still trying to collect all my thoughts on it. But I think I'm going to leave this video here. I'm going to be sure to keep up with the news on this game, and if anything more substantial comes out, I might make more videos on it. I'm for sure making a video on its actual release once we get our hands on the game, but I might sprinkle in some other videos or community posts as we get more news on this game. But you guys be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you excited for this? I'm sure you all are if you're coming from my Godzilla audience. Let me know what you're looking forward to most in this game and what other changes they might implement, what other characters you might want to see if they add other characters, and just be sure to share any other thoughts that you have. But for now, please like the video to give it a boost in the algorithm, as well as give it your hype points if you're watching on your phone. And please do consider subscribing to the channel. Like I said, I'm gonna be covering this game more as we get closer to its release and on its release. Probably. We're getting closer to 4,000 subscribers, and I'd love for you to join the squad and help us reach that goal. But with that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Please have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you all on Godzilla Day.